Destined to win, get respect where I live. My reflection contagious, I'm the messenger here. Making love to the streets, they be lusting for bread. They ain't sleeping until they know where they customer fed. When the city was chocolate, there was death in the air. All I'm hearing is AIDS, I ain't deaf in my ear.
So, I'm back, as usual. So, what I want to talk about this time around is, first off, I'm going to try to make these things a little bit more short. Because I know how people's attention spans are. I know how my attention span is. So, the topic I wanted to discuss today was how everything in this generation has been corrupted. I think they underestimated this generation. You know, they underestimated the generation that I'm a part of by thinking they could just brainwash us with all this television and nonsense and the mainstream. Like, for instance, you know, like the people who watch television are what? They're older people. You know, just look at the advertisements. Look at the advertisements on Fox News, and you can definitely tell who the people are that they're trying to advertise towards. You know, it's always Cialis, Viagra, you know, indigestion, you know, some kind of blood pressure, Advil for heart attack. So basically, it's a whole bunch of fat old people, you know, who are out of shape and can't even get their dicks up. You know, and those are the people who watch television most often. You know, and so then when Occupy Wall Street happens and these protests happen, then they turn around and they degrade the movement through television, which is just interesting because it's like, are they really that stupid? You know, and sometimes I think I give too much credit to these people because, yeah, they are that stupid. Like, you're not going to disparage us because we don't watch television. We're not a part of that. We're on the internet. We're finding information on our own. You know, and this is why journalism has failed. You know, I'm going to talk about journalism again because it pisses me off, man, you know? Because when I was growing up, what I saw in journalism is something completely different than what it is now. You know, it's been completely bought off. You know, I even was talking to my father the other day with some of my frustrations about the profession, and you know, and he basically just said it. He said, yeah, your field is corrupt, and that's what it's become. The field is corrupt. But what hasn't been bought by corporate America today? From anywhere from journalism to, you know, hip hop culture. That's why everybody's underground. You know, the music has been bought. You know, hip hop, rock, whatever it is, it's all been bought. It's all a bunch of pop. Teeny boppers and pop stars and people who don't even have anything of any kind of substance to talk about. Our food has been bought, you know. It's all Walmarts and Targets, you know. They're trying to build another one in my community, you know, as if we don't have enough. You know, why don't we want to focus on community mom and pop shops, you know? Why don't we want to focus on that anymore? What else has been bought off? I talked about television, the radio, obviously, our food. I mean, like, can you name any aspect of our lives that hasn't been wholly corrupted and bought off? Our politicians have been bought off. You know, our democracy has been bought off. Everything, man. And, you know, and then they wonder why we're occupying. You got crazy women like Erin Burnett who were like, seriously, guys? Seriously? Seriously, why are you out there? You know that Wall Street paid back all their loans and all of the shit that they got from you. They paid it all back. So why are you out here? Well, let me enlighten you, woman. We're out here because we're sick of all this crap, man. If you have, what do they talk about the most dangerous animal in nature being? It's not a lion, it's not a tiger. It has nothing to do with how big you are, but the only factor that comes into, you know, figuring out how dangerous an animal is if you have it cornered or not. When that animal is wounded and in a corner, that is the most dangerous animal you can encounter. And this generation has been put in a corner. We are wounded and we are fighting back. We're coming back. Now, I myself am not fully in the Occupy movement because, I mean, that's just not me right now. You know, I feel like I can put my energy into more, not necessarily positive, but I feel like I can put my energy into alternative forms of protest. You know, I don't have to be out there in the street in the cold. You know, it's cold outside. I'm not trying to get smacked in the face with rubber bullets. I'm black. I'm being real. You know, I can't be out there looking like Malcolm X. You know, they will come after me. So I find other ways to get around that. But if it does get bad enough, trust, you will see me out there. But I just want to talk a little bit about everything in this society and how it's all been bought off, especially the media when it comes to radio, television, the news, anything that we see or hear, touches those two senses has been bought off, and they know what they're doing. There's a reason why Michael Jackson and Bob Marley and Tupac and Biggie and Eazy-E and Old Dirty Bastard and people who try to promote certain things, there's a reason why they're no longer here with us. They didn't just die from natural causes. They were all murdered. Okay? And forget that bull crap about Bob Marley and his toe. That dude was murdered. He had people trying to shoot him in the first place, and they were gonna find a way to get to him. And that whole Easy mess is just ridiculous because nobody catches AIDS and dies 3 months later from AIDS. It takes a while. It takes a while for your DNA to transform. It doesn't just happen overnight like that in 3 months. So he did not catch AIDS. He was killed. So let's be real. Everybody's bought off. That's all I want to say. Kept it shorter this time. Holler back at me if you have anything to say. If you don't, that's cool too. But I'm putting it out there.